The world number 3 has criticized the changes made to the Davis Cup. Alexander Zverev has said he hopes the Davis Cup will one day return back to the old format following his country's whitewash win over Hungary. Zverev won both of his singles matches over the weekend to guide his country to a 5-0 victory and a place in the Davis Cup finals later this year. 2019 will see 18 teams play in a week-long competition during November in what has been a controversial revamp of the historic competition. The changes were passed last August at the International Tennis Federation's AGM meeting. The revamp has come to life with the help of company Cosmos, who has pledged to invest $3 billion over the next 25 years. The company was founded by football player Gerard Pique. The home game feeling is very special and I think it's too bad that we lose it, Zverev told German media over the weekend. 21-year-old Zverev has previously criticized the timing of the finals and have already announced that he would not play. They will take place at the end of the season after the conclusion of the ATP World Tour Finals. During the Shanghai Masters last October, Zverev blasted the scheduling as crazy. I think all the top guys will say the same thing. We have 1.5 months off in our season, and that's end of November and December, he said. Making a tournament end of November which is 10 days * playing and competing, it's crazy. By the end of the year we are all tired, *. Zverev was speaking before it was announced that the competition would take place over 7 days. 3 months on from those comments and the German refuses to change his mind. In recent months, Cosmos founder Pique has come under fire over his involvement in the competition. Lleyton Hewitt, who is the captain of the Australian team, said it was mind-boggling that the Spaniard was involved, accusing him of a lack of knowledge about the sport. Unlike Hewitt, Zverev has backed Pique by describing him as a great guy. However, the friendship between the two has failed to resolve their differences concerning the Davis Cup. We are good friends and often talk to each other. We also had dinner together. We get along very well. He is a great guy, but there is no one in the world who will change my mind to play in Madrid. I am a grown person and have my own opinion and it will stay that way, Zverev stated. I hope to win the Davis Cup in the format that has been held for the last 120 years. He later added, the views of Zverev are ones that have been backed by his captain Michael Coleman. Germany has been one of the most vocal opponents of the changes and voted against the revamp last year. Dirk Hordorf, who is the vice president of the German Tennis Federation (DTB), previously named the countries that voted for the changes, accusing them of killing the competition. The association and I are not friends of this new system. I think it's very good when people like Lleyton Hewitt or Sasha Zverev give a clear position. That may have an impact on decisions. Nevertheless, the game mode is different at the moment and we have to deal with it, said Coleman. The Davis Cup finals will be held at the Caja Magic in Madrid. It will take place between 18 to 24 November. Australia and Germany were among the countries to seal a place in November's Davis Cup finals. Team Australia, at TeamSA, Twitter, Australia and Germany cruised into the Davis Cup finals with second-day doubles wins as Taro Daniel saw Japan survive an upset against China. In the Davis Cup qualifiers, Australia and Germany secured their place in November's finals with wins over Bosnia and Hungary respectively. Despite both nations not being in favor of the new changes to the 118-year tournament, they both qualified for November's showdown in Madrid. While Japan saw off tough competition from China as Taro Daniel edged the visitors in the Davis Cup finals as they won 3-2 in Guangzhou. In Adelaide it was John Peers and Jordan Thompson who were the heroes of the day as they defeated Bosnian duo Mirza Basic and Tomislav Brkic 7-5, 6-1 to seal their place in the Davis Cup finals. Despite despising the changes, Hewitt remained proud of his team's effort. "The boys all got around that, and for me that was the pleasing part, because no matter what the format is, we go out and do our best and give 100% and leave it all out there. There'll be times when we don't win, but I'll always be proud of these guys and the effort they give." Joining them in the Davis Cup finals are Germany after Jan-Lennard Struff and Tim Puetz cruised to a 6-2, 6-3 win to keep their undefeated record in Davis Cup. Even though they reached the finals, they will be without world number 3 Alexander Zverev, who confirmed his absence in November yesterday. "He is a friend of mine. I like him and we talked. But no one in this world can change my mind to play in Madrid end of November. I often played in the old system and one day I would like to win for Germany in the old version." Japan edged past China as Italy advanced in Guangzhou. Japan recovered from a 2-1 deficit to overcome China and reach Madrid's finals. The Chinese had the slight advantage after Mao Xingong and Zi Zhang defeated Ben McLaughlin and Yasutaka Uchiyama 5-7, 7-5, 6-4 to give the hosts the advantage. However, a comfortable win for Yoshihito Nishioka over Yibing Wu started the comeback, which was eventually sealed by Taro Daniel. The world number 69 held his nerve to defeat Jay Lee 6-3, 6-7, 4, 6-3 to avoid a mighty scare. Italy and Kazakhstan also joined the 18-man field early on day 2 after wins for Andreas Seppi and Mikhail Kukushkin, sealing victories over India and Portugal respectively. Here is the Davis Cup finals field so far, with 7 more nations still to qualify: Croatia, France, USA, Spain, Argentina, Great Britain, Australia, Japan, Italy, Germany, Kazakhstan. Tennis Australia CEO Craig Tiley has said that Bernard Tomic is sabotaging tennis in a latest outburst. Bernard Tomic at Australian Open, Twitter. Tennis Australia CEO Craig Tiley has claimed that Bernard Tomic is sabotaging the culture of tennis in the latest of outbursts involving Tomic and Lleyton Hewitt. The saga started when, after his first round loss at the Australian Open, Bernard Tomic criticised Lleyton Hewitt as the Australian Davis Cup, suggesting that nobody likes him. Also, the controversial star claimed that Hewitt has preferences and Tennis Australia gives wildcards to those who are under Hewitt's mentor wing instead of the likes of Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. In response, Hewitt then claimed that he had received blackmail and physical threats from Tomic as he hasn't spoken to him since 2016. "The threats I've received for me and my family, that I've had for a year and a half now, I don't think anyone would reach out to him again, to a person who speaks like that," Hewitt claimed. Now Tennis Australia CEO Craig Tiley has backed Australia's Davis Cup captain, saying that Tomic is sabotaging the culture in tennis. "Lleyton is right to say Bernard will not be considered for Davis Cup," Tiley explained in a lengthy statement. "Bernard does not meet the standards of behavior and commitment to himself, the team or the sport. Now, he is deliberately trying to damage that culture, and not for the first time." The Australian tennis chief also responded to claims made by Bernard's father John Tomic that Bernard was pressured by Hewitt in 2010 to reveal who in Tennis Australia was against him. John Tomic is set to sue Hewitt for these claims, but Tiley has denied these claims and has said he is disappointed in the duo. In regards to an alleged incident in 2010, "We are not aware of any formal complaint lodged by either John or Bernard," Tiley said. Both Bernard and John have enjoyed a lot of support since in many areas of their lives, including a long and sustained period of personal commitment and wholehearted effort from Lleyton Hewitt as Davis Cup captain. Our organization remains deeply disappointed with the ongoing disrespect from Bernard and his father. Bernard and John Tomic are set to respond on Sunday night in an interview with Channel 9. Here is a trailer from the explosive program, Bernard Tomic, Tennis Bad Boy or Victim. His explosive interview in full this Sunday only on Pique.twitter.com/B3 Sozable 2 to 60 Minutes Australia. At 60 Minutes, January 31, 2019, Alexander Zverev gave Germany a 2-0 lead over Hungary as they look to compete in the Davis Cup finals in November. Alexander Zverev, at Davis Cup. Twitter, Alexander Zverev gave Germany a big advantage after day one as they lead Hungary 2-0 in their Davis Cup qualifier. The world number 3 served 11 aces as he pummeled Petr Nagy 6-2, 6-2 to give the hosts a 2-0 lead over Hungary. This was after Philipp Kohlschreiber survived a tough test from Jambor Piros after beating the world number 3 6-8, 6-7, 6-7, 5-6, 4. In other Davis Cup qualifiers, Austria leveled their tie with Chile in Salzburg after Denis Novak stunned world number 90 Christian Garin in straight sets. Even though he is against the new Davis Cup reforms, Zverev still decided to represent Germany this weekend as he cruised past the world number 819. 4 breaks of serve were enough for the ATP Finals champion as he gave Germany a 2-0 lead in Frankfurt. Despite the win, it hasn't changed the German's mind as he plans on skipping the Davis Cup Finals. However, it was far from comfortable for Zverev's compatriot as Philipp Kohlschreiber as he edged past former Grand Slam Juniors champion Jambor Piros in 2 hours and 39 minutes. The Hungarian edged a tight first-set tiebreak and was 2 points away from sealing a historic opening rubber for the visitors. But Kohlschreiber used his experience to win 3 games in a row to level the match and eventually seal a tight first rubber for the Germans. Tim Puetz and Jan-Lennard Struff will look to seal Germany's place in the Davis Cup Finals with a win in the doubles as Hungary need to win all 3 rubbers tomorrow to make November's finale. Denis Novak keeps Austrian hopes alive as Czechs survive in Salzburg. World number 154 Denis Novak kept Austria's hopes alive after beating Christian Garin 6-4, 6-4 in the second rubber. The hosts are without Dominic Thiem, but had a right to be confident considering they beat Russia last year without him too. 4 breaks of serve was enough as Novak edged past his higher-ranked opponent to keep the hosts alive after Nicolas Jarry won the opening rubber for the South Americans. An exciting day 2 awaits with the Austrians favorites for the doubles as they boast Grand Slam champion Oliver Morak. Meanwhile, Czech Republic survived a Dutch attack in Ostrava to enter day 2 level with the Netherlands. Yuri Vesely started things off by surviving world number 196 Talon Greeks 4-5, 7, 6, 4, 6, 4 in a nerve-wracking tie. The visitors did earn their reward in rubber 2 as Robin Haas cruised past Lucas Rosol with another intriguing day awaiting in the Czech Republic. Here are the scores after day 1 from 10 of the completed 12 Davis Cup qualifiers. After day 1, Uzbekistan 0-2 Serbia, Australia 2-0 Bosnia, India 0-2 Italy, Germany 2-0 Hungary, Switzerland 0-2 Russia, Kazakhstan 2-0 Portugal, Czech Republic 1-1 Netherlands, Austria 1-1 Chile, Slovakia 1-1 Canada, China 1-1 Japan.